Hello and welcome back to the Coastal Zone. It's the Let's Play series on TEW9 here on Spike Pile Driver. Thanks a lot for joining. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Right, in today's episode we've got Coral Clash later on, but I just wanted to mention one thing that I found as I was going through my usual, bi-weekly trawl of available workers. I found that Sammy Back was available and nobody was negotiating with him. So I put out an offer, and then afterwards everyone started negotiating with him, and we cannot match that. So he won't be coming back to the zone. So never mind. Other people around are nowhere near as good, old, or just not very good. Potentially Dusty DuCont we might bring in. Not made an offer for him yet, though. He's about the only one on that batch there, unless you can say something in the comments about if I should sign someone else on this list. Please let me know. But he is potentially the only one I might bring in, but he doesn't really fit the zone style, so potentially not. Anyway, it's Coral Clash, and we're off to do Coral Clash. We are going to be at the Gorski Ballroom. That's fine. Again, Wrestle World, we do this every time, but that's fine. I haven't selected anything. No. Use. There we go. Use this selection. Okay. Got to make sure you press the right button there. Booking team meeting. I mentioned I've not got anyone on the booking team with me, so we've just got loads of creative energy that's just used, and we've not got any. We've got some ideas stored that we're going to use at some point, but there we go. Nothing happening in the booking team. Locker room incidents. No pre-show incidents, but locker room incidents. Jackie Leon is here. She's unemployed, lives nearby, not worked. Does she want to... Is she any good? Can I see how good she is? No. No, she's okay. Unfortunately, not a spot for you, love. Nathaniel Casino wants to just hang out backstage. I mean, you're probably better off just to come on in, why not? Victor Kim, fine form, hilarious road stories. I mean, he's literally been on the road for about 3 minutes, so I'm not sure about that. Mass Cougar taking Zell Quinn under his wing as a protege. That can only be helpful for him. Lots of good training. And then backstage, Frankie Boy Fernandez and Carlos Barrera getting on particularly well backstage recently. I mean, not on screen they aren't, but there we go. Bullseye and Amy St. James are now apparently dating as well. A mix of tag teams intermixing. Anyway, tonight we've got 8 matches on the card. They're all there in front of you. Or sorry, 8 segments, 7 matches, 1 angle already pre-booked. So what I'll do is a little bit of, adding them all to the show. Get through to where we are to run the show, and I'll be back with the results. So you're going to expect another rematch in our main event of Carlos Barrera and Frankie Boy Fernandez, because Carlos has been made the COT #1 contender. Also more action in the tag team division, a few qualifiers for the Reach for the Sky ladder match next month out as well. So there we go, that's what's going to be on the card, and we'll book them, and I'll be back with the results in a split second. And here we go. We are live with Coral Clash at the Gorski Ballroom. Just under 5,000 in attendance, and we kick the pre-show off with a 10-person tag team match. It's the general chuck everyone who's not booked into a match and see who falls out. And it was California Love who fell out with the victory over Tony the Wonderful. 55 rating for the segment gets the crowd nice and hot. As we get into the opening segment of the night, we go backstage for a pre-taped interview, and American Flash is laying down the gauntlet for anyone who's entering the Reach for the Sky ladder match. And reminder that the winner of that ladder match gets a contract to cash in for a title shot at the Extreme Champion. He said, if you win, don't get your hopes up, because you've still got to beat me for the Extreme title. So, laying out the challenge to anyone who potentially would be involved in that ladder match. 46 rating, and when we get into some qualifying matches, but Onslaught and Heartbreaker didn't have any chemistry, made for a bit of an awkward bout. Onslaught does get the victory though, and he will be moving on into said ladder match with a 40 rating. A decent in the end, just about, despite that lack of chemistry. And then Altitude, also unsurprisingly, because we're pushing him still for some reason, got the win in a 4-way match, 44 rating. He was off his game, which is good, considering we're trying to push him. But he will also be in the ladder match next time around at Reach for the Sky. Into the tag team ladder challenge thing, where we just stick a load of tag teams up and down a ladder and they face each other off. And eventually someone gets a title shot. Double Dragon continue their rise. They beat the Wildcats in just over 10 minutes. Snapdragon Jr. off his game. Tiger Salvage Jr. off his game as well. That was a bit of a strange way of pronouncing his name. But the Wildcats lost. 454 rating for the segment. Double Dragon move on. Also moving on, former champions California Dreams. They beat the Inner City Express. I think those two matches should have been booked the other way round if we're going by order. But looking at the segment rating, I'm happy it was this way round. 65 for the Dreams, getting their victory. Kira Lee getting the win with the Dream drop. She was head and shoulders above everyone else in terms of performance. Maybe she needs a singles push in the not too distant future. And then the tag team title match was hampered by Huda Ass being off his game, but Tandem Offense once again making defense #1 of their Coastal Zone tag team titles. 63 rating as Huda Ass gets the win over Simon Waves with a cutthroat driver. This sort of makeshift tag team are doing really well with their Tandem Offense, and the match was basically another one to steal the show. We didn't quite match up to the tag match beforehand. As we go through 63 for that one. The first of our 3 title matches on the card. We then also see American Flash. And this is a shame. The creative finish was a failure in this one. Brought the rating down a little bit to 64. I was expecting this one to be better. Mas Cougar off his game as well. American Flash being in amazing form has not helped bring this one up. He got 72 rating for in-ring performance, but he did get the victory once again with his high-velocity senton. Defense #4 of the Extreme title against the former champion. 64 rating this one. Bit of a disappointment compared to what the pair can do. Hopefully that can't be said the same for the main event, because after narrowly being defeated last time out at Wave of Fury for the Coastal Zone title, Carlos Barrera has been appointed the #1 contender by the COT board and will challenge for just the COT World title tonight, not the Coastal Zone Championship. Please don't read anything into that. It's not a spoiler for what happens in the main event. Oh wait, yes it is! 83 rating, great chemistry, and we have a new COT World Heavyweight Champion as Carlos Barrera gets the pinfall victory finally over Frankie Boy Fernandez. This pair have been going back and forth, mainly the fourth, with Frankie Boy Fernandez getting all the wins in the big matches. But not today, and it might not be for the Coastal Zone title, but it is for the COT World title, a very worthy crown. And after about 17 or so defences, Frankie Boy Fernandez has been usurped as the champion, and it was an absolute cracking match. 83 for the overall rating for the segment. Again, great chemistry, showed in their performances. We've got ourselves a new COT World champion, and that is a 75 rated show off the back of an incredible main event. Increased our popularity in every single region possible. Financially, we're making bags of money once again. I think making those production changes we should have done sooner. Popularity recap, up to 53 in the Southwest, everywhere else across the board up as well, into 40 now for the Northwest. Maybe we should start moving our shows out and about around the country when we get to medium, that is. Maybe even get some TV coverage, but there we go. Excellent show. Fantastic main event to kind of pull the rest of the show up by its bootstraps. A 75 rated show, I believe, is our best ever. I'm not sure on that because I can't remember, but if we look at our top 100s, top events, look, 76. Okay, Wave of Fury was 76. I can't remember if it's 76 or 74, but Coral Clash is right up there. And in terms of our best match ever, it certainly was. Once again, those pair are now filling out the top 3. 3 of the top 5 matches have been between Barrera and Fernandez. 83 rated for this one though, and if we look at our champion situation, if we can find the Alliance button once again, I've now forgot where it is, there we go, Alliance titles, we have a new COT World Champion after 18 defences, 210 days. Frankie Boy Fernandez's incredible run is over. February 5th to September the 3rd. He defended all over the place in lots of different territories, and ultimately he was defeated by Carlos Barrera, who makes his big crowning achievement of his career so far as the COT World Champion. Obviously not the Coastal Zone Champion. Frankie Boy is still there with that one. 9 defences to his record so far. Tandem Offense, they're still the tag champs. Extreme Champ obviously still. American Flash. Reach for the Sky contract is going to be up soon though, so we shall see that one in our next event in 3 weeks' time. We've got a few men qualified for the ladder match. We'll see who else we can add in as well and what else we can go for. But now by splitting the 2 titles, we can have even more title matches and even more great matches, as we can kind of keep Barrera and Fernandez separated a little bit as we go forward, because ultimately their payoff for their little rivalry will come again in the not too distant future. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, please leave a like once again on the video. Subscribe to the channel here on Spike Pile Driver. I've been Anders, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.